This is Minecraft Oneblock, except I installed the most terrifying horror mods out there. Joined by my friend Duat, we set out to conquer the endless void and beat the game, while being stalked by dozens of horrific creatures. Will we beat Herobrine and escape the entities that hide in the dark? Stick around to find out.
The next villager is going to spawn.
If, like me, you're unfamiliar with how Oneblock works, basically it's normal survival Minecraft. But you start on a singular block floating above the void. The objective of the game is still the same, to beat the Ender Dragon and return home safely. But the only way to gain resources is to mine this one block I'm standing on. And the more we mine it, the better resources we will unlock from it. Our first goal was pretty much just to expand our island and give us some more room to walk around, so we craft up some wood tools and get to work mining. Okay, we got this. Oh, progress. Let's go.
Did you fall through that?
No, I'm fine.
No. Oh, I'm stuck.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
What have you done?
Let's try that again. Our first tier of blocks consists of grass, moss, and most importantly, oak logs. Our main priority here was to construct some kind of safety shelter before nightfall, as neither of us really knew what to expect, we just knew it would be bad. This was going well until we were interrupted by some blood-curdling screams from some creature. Oh.
I would be so scared if I couldn't see the entire...
What if it's above us?
It just like falls out.
Oh.
I think it hurt us.
This was then followed by something paying us a friendly visit on our tiny island. Oh.
What was that?
It's an Enderman, bro.
No, but how'd the Enderman get there?
That's the part that I don't know.
Okay, maybe we should be a little concerned about the time. I say
I have an idea.
We either build it big or small.
Duat was right. It was almost nighttime, and we were very quickly beginning to question our safety, even with the sun still up. So I decided to build us a safety raft, basically just a small bridge extending away from our island. The idea was that by using a few trapdoors as the bridge, we would be able to run across in the event we were being chased by some kind of demon. And by flipping the trapdoors, the demon's pathfinding would make it think there was actually a full block there, when in reality it would be sent straight back home. Well, that was the idea anyway. The sun very quickly faded out of view, and our world was plunged into darkness as we entered Night 1. Another feature in Oneblock is that on every milestone where we upgrade to the next block cycle, a trader will spawn on top of the block. And just to make things worse, our first trader spawned in and was immediately sucked through the island into the depths of the abyss, followed by some terrifying howl.
Okay, well, he just ate our villager. Okay, next time, okay, let me check. The next villager is going to spawn.
Get outplayed. Oh, never mind. He was not outplayed. This was our first encounter with the man from the fog, and it was apparent that my trapdoor idea simply was not going to work. Okay, it's been expanded a bit more here. Oh. Protect a villager from an undesired shock without starting a fire. Well,
that's us. We're the saviors.
The heroes.
I'm actually paranoid. If we didn't get like attacked straight off the bat, I would have been so fine.
What is this? What is that? And now I introduce you to the masked guy. I don't know who he is or why he does this, but his jump scares have little warning and he does a ton of damage. Luckily for us, the demons seemed to take this as a blood offering and left us alone for the rest of the night. Now that we had unlocked the next tier of blocks, we have access to stone and leaves, which occasionally drop saplings. During the night, we also had more traders spawn in, and one of them sold Duat an egg, so we had a tiny chance of spawning in a chicken. I built a very spacious pen for our potential chicken, and by some miracle Duat managed to spawn in a chicken on the very first egg. Surely.
Oh my god, I actually got one.
Wait, we can just wait for this one to...
Oh, lay eggs.
You heard that, right?
Heard what?
The whistling?
Nah. Stop idling on the safe area.
I'm expanding it. I still don't know what was whistling at me here, but there's a fair chance it had something to do with one of the many horrifying encounters I have later on. Anyway, now that we had stocked up on a fair amount of wood, we decided it was time to construct one of the most important farms you can have in a one-block playthrough. A mob farm. Many drops we will need in the future can only be obtained by killing a variety of vanilla mobs. The only issue with this being, we wouldn't just be dealing with vanilla mobs. It's probably pretty clear by now that the last thing we want is to encourage these creatures to spawn, but we had little choice since we needed those resources to continue. And to make things worse, we had not even experienced a fraction of the monsters that can appear, since we had been standing on the only available blocks for them to spawn on. We had basically been cancelling out the spawns. That was about to change though. One good thing about these mods though is the addition of a mechanic that causes all connected trapdoors to be flipped, even if we only click on one. This gave us the idea to make a long bridge made of just trapdoors to connect the mob farm, and would prove to be the only thread of safety holding off the horde of mobs we would soon meet. So theoretically mobs should start spawning on that platform over there.
Wait for it just to be like, just horror mobs.
Yeah. Oh, we got a zombie. Oh, I don't actually have a weapon. Uh-oh. And he's on me. No.
A good mob, by the way. Oh. Wait, there's
Okay,
a curse
go on,
zombie.
Oh?
They drop rabbit hides, by the way. It's really weird.
What is this?
Don't look at. Trapdoor.
I see him. No,
No, we both
trapdoors.
flipped it. If you could place down this water bucket and get the seeds, I'm dead.
What is that? Oh, it's one of those dudes.
27.
There we go. Bunch of rotten flesh, and there's a spider over there, it looks like. Wait, what are you? Oh, no, you are not. No,
Look
no.
it.
Get off.
Oh, you killed him.
I liquefied into Fanta juice. Buddy. Why?
It's your sword.
Oh, thank you. What is this stuff? Oh!
Look it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it works.
What are you gonna do about it, huh? Rude.
Wait, how did he know? How did he know that he can't walk over trapdoors?
Wait.
Wait.
Oh, actually, I think I'm good.
Flick it.
Oh.
Oh! Probably like...
What is that?
Oh, I'm so happy that doesn't break blocks.
I've been gooed. After a chaotic night of meeting some of the new mobs, it was clear that my bridge design would need some improvements. But while I was keeping the mobs at bay, Duot had been mining, and we now had unlocked the next tier of blocks, including iron. This was a massively important upgrade given that these mobs did so much damage. I also decided to put a roof on the spawning platform so we could farm mobs during the day as well. Now that I was done with the platform, it was time to put use to a water bucket we got from the trader you just saw spawn in my mob farm. Thankfully, building a wheat farm should be a bit more peaceful, right? Well, no. Oh, I got an egg. I'll throw it.
Ooh.
Please.
Oh, God.
Are we okay?
I don't think that's the noise a chicken usually makes.
Why is it still looking at me?
You can also just put it on like a slab.
Oh, true. I could.
But please don't block up the water.
I shouldn't have looked at him. Started with just simple zombies, but slowly more and more weird abominations started appearing, and very quickly it got out of control. Some kind of insect flew straight over my head onto the island and attacked our villager, but little did we or the bug know, this villager was actually possessed, and upon being attacked he revealed his true form, and to our relief they pretty much threw each other off the island. The night only became more and more chaotic, and eventually a creeper managed to sneak up and detonate right on top of our belongings, along with some weird zombie that seemed to have a lightning rod sticking out of its skull. Overall, the next few days were pretty uneventful, and we spent most of our time gathering more iron and mining our way to the next milestone. That was until the man from the fog appeared back on top of my mob farm, and as it turns out, staring directly at him was not a good idea.
Holy fucking shit. Do we check the trapdoors? It's over for me. Oh, he can't reach us. Holy shit. Just kill him. He can't hit him. Yeah, so how's your day been?
We learnt from our mistakes during the first few days, and in order to prevent our villager from being sucked through the island or viciously attacked by bugs, we trapped him in a little cage so we could trade in peace. We also had the goal of breeding the villagers, but unfortunately it was very difficult to catch two traders alive at the same time, and we didn't have many crops to actually feed them anyway. We now had a steady supply of iron and torches, which meant that we would be able to expand our island without worrying about mob spawning. And we also had access to a few other resources like buckets and iron gear. Despite the very large amount of random items we had obtained from our primitive mob farm, we decided it was definitely time to automate the farm, not just to organize the drops a bit better, but mainly for our own safety. This wouldn't come without a few obstacles though. Firstly, we wanted to completely separate the killing chamber from our view. We knew that there would be creepers and all sorts of exploding monstrosities that we couldn't afford the risk of blowing up our limited resources. So that raised the question of what would we use to kill the mobs and how would we push them into the central chamber with just the basic materials that we had. The killing chamber itself would mostly rely on full damage to lower the mob's health, but unlike a regular vanilla mob farm, we couldn't guarantee that every mob would be killed, since some of the modded ones had far more health than usual monsters. Due to this, we used campfires as the floor of the chamber, and that would finish off any mobs that survived the fall. Combined with some hopper minecarts, we had a perfect collection system that would prevent any mobs from attacking us. After a few prototype designs and some testing, we figured out a method that would use not much redstone and mostly just wood in the form of trapdoors. The only thing left to do was get enough wood to construct our dream mob farm. While mining up materials for our farm, we upgraded to the next milestone, giving us access to not only redstone but diamonds as well. Although this was a powerful upgrade, we were still paranoid of the masked guy or the man from the fog appearing out of nowhere, so we stashed our valuables as soon as we got them. It also appeared that what I can only assume to be Herobrine was not very impressed with our plan to create a mob farm, and he left me a very conveniently placed sign while I was mining. At this point, we'd been recording for a couple of hours, and honestly not much had happened in the past few. And this just happening out of nowhere, right as I was gathering materials for the mob farm, was honestly pretty creepy, and it kind of gave me chills seeing this happen, especially because it happened right as Duot had just left his PC to have a break. While gathering all the wood we needed, we had also gained a ton of dirt, so we decided it would be a good idea to expand our island and grow trees to speed up the process. Of course, it was now nighttime, and after that sign incident, Herobrine seemed to really increase in activity, along with Mask Guy, but he kind of just does this all the time now, and it's starting to just turn into a life or death sumo duel every time I hear the sound of him spawning in.
Cool. The sumo god is back.
The next few days were spent mostly just working on our mob farm. We were getting close to completion, but just needed a few more materials. We had our sights on getting to the Nether as soon as we had the necessary gear to take on blazes and whatever other horrible mobs we would find there. Although we had the potential to get diamond gear, we wanted to take it that extra step and enchant our gear. If not for the Nether, then at least for the end. And in order to do that, we would need a source of experience, and lots of it. Now, at first we thought we had made a mistake by making our farm automatic, but then we realized that some of the modded mobs drop XP even if they're killed by natural causes, like campfires. While working on the farm, the man from the fog paid us another visit, but this time we were ready, and he was stuck in our doorway on the bridge. I thought this would be a great opportunity to get some screenshots for a thumbnail.
Look at me, look at me. In the picture, in the picture. Oh yeah. Perfect. Oh fuck.
I can't even pretend like this guy hasn't made me jump at least twice already. The jump scare is just perfect. Anyway, it was now time to create our nether portal, and see what we had to work with in the nether. Neither of us really knew what to expect, but unsurprisingly, there was a whole lot of void and not much else. Thankfully though, since we had upgraded to the next tier of blocks once again, we now had access to nether blocks like quartz and netherrack. From this, we would be able to expand out from the portal and hopefully get some blazes to spawn in. And with the quartz, we would also be able to make some necessary redstone components to finish our farm. I threw an egg at Herobrine, and he didn't really see the funny side of it. In fact, he started building these huge letters out of some kind of obsidian, which is quite annoying since we have very limited space on our island, and I'm not really a fan of these new additions, but not much we could do about it since not only was it obsidian, but it was also infested. Now that we had quartz, it was time to make some repeaters and finish this farm. To begin with, we placed the last of the redstone lines that would activate our water streams, then Duot added in the switches that would connect these circuits to a clock. After adding in the ceilings, we would be ready to test it, finally. Thankfully, this didn't take too long, but we did end up using almost every single spare block we had, so it may look a bit hideous, but it certainly works well. We knew that there would be a lot of mobs spawning in here, but honestly, we never expected the insane efficiency that this farm would have. In just a few minutes, the first double chest was half full of all sorts of useful materials. Admittedly, some of the mobs dropped very unusual and useless items like coral, but having infinite access to bones for bone meal, arrows, leather, and experience proved to be extremely handy later on. Many of the items we acquired had very specific uses in mods, but others gave us access to very powerful gear, and this meant we were almost ready to attempt to beat the game. Oh, and a side effect of having this farm unfortunately meant that some mini-bosses that spawned inside the farm would decide that they weren't going to just quietly die on some campfires, and would instead teleport onto the only other available surface, our island. I don't even know what these monsters are or where they come from, but at this point we've learnt not to ask those questions and just flip trapdoors instead. We used our supply of netherrack to create a spawning platform in the otherwise empty nether. We would need not only blazes but piglins as well. Our mob farm used water streams, which meant that endermen would teleport outside of the farm, so instead we were going to trade gold to get pearls. It didn't take long for blazes to start spawning in, and soon enough we had enough materials to build the end portal,
Nice.
so it was time to start gearing up.
Bro.
Unfortunately though, once we'd constructed the portal, we realized we would need another 12 Eyes of Ender to actually activate the portal, so back to the nether. This unfortunately took way longer than I'd like to admit. For some reason, piglins just decided to stop spawning altogether. But eventually a few spawned in, and we had enough pearls to open the portal. Okay, here we are, ready for the dragon fight. You got the eyes? Yep. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ready?
1,
Don't
2.
miss. Actually, you place them because I don't want to like right click on the one that you've already placed.
Here we go. Oh, let's go.
Uh-oh.
Alright. You ready to jump in?
Yeah, go. Go for it.
How kind of you. Oh, okay. This is a little bit of a nasty spawn, but we'll be okay. What was that?
Do you hear that in chat? Do you see it?
Not safe.
That was not what I saw.
Oh.
What was that? Hello? Oh.
Why am I hearing, like, spiders?
Oh. You should. That will not even close.
Yeah, true.
How have I missed? I missed 2 times.
Oh, arrow bounced off him. Okay.
We also don't have sharpness, which could be the issue.
True. Oh my god, he's getting fucked. That was my last. Oh my god, there's another. What is that? I don't like whatever that is.
Do we kill it? Do we dig
I,
down? I think like we can just like cover.
yeah. That seems like, I don't know.
I shoot it.
Hmm,
It's too fast, I think.
yeah. I'll just stick with the Ender Dragon, thanks.
Just like invisible.
Hey, are you friendly? Nah, it's just scared of me, it's okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
He's just shy, he's just shy.
Dragon.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Holy.
Let's go.
Okay, let's kill that thing. Where is it?
GG. Oh, that guy. I see.
You got that. Don't die.
I'm definitely not on half a heart. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, huh? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Get in the water. It's that guy again. Hey, idiot. If you just look him in the eyes, he just disappears, I think. What about this dude? Are we, like, progressed? Do you want to fight me now? Or are you still scared? Okay, you're just scared.
Yeah, he literally doesn't let you attack him. Okay, I think the end islands, I don't think they exist.
Wow, I can't believe that.
From what I read. Let's see. You can't go to the outer end islands, but the trader can sell some stuff you're looking for.
And there we go. We beat the game.
Hooray!